this demonstration, I'm going to use Azure Total Cost of Ownership, also known as TCO calculator, and I'm going to use it to generate cost comparison report for an on-premise environment. So in the task 1, I'm going to configure the TCO calculator, and in the task 2, we're going to review the results and also see how we can save a copy of that result. So again, here is my browser. So here is the URL for TCO calculator, azure.microsoft.com/en-ul/pricing/TCO calculator. I'll press enter. So here is the TCO calculator. So what I will do now is that I will click on this link that says add server workload. Now I can use this. This will allow me to actually add my server workload. This one that says database will allow me to add database workload. This is for storage and this is for networking. So I will click add server workload, and now I will supply information about the server that I intend to provision. Now for the workload, the name that is here, I will call it servers, but this server will be what? Windows. I'll say is the Windows VM. And for the workload, it's going to be Windows/Linux. If I press the dot down, you see another workload here, which is a web app. No, so the one I want is Windows or Linux server. Environment is not a physical server. I want it to be a virtual machine. Then the operating system is Windows. I also have Linux. Remember, the option here is Windows/Linux. So I also have other option there. Then on the operating system license, I will leave it like this: data center. On the VM, how many VM do I want? Let's say I intend to provision 50. I'll put the 50 there. On the virtualization, that is, which software am I going to use for the virtualization? I will leave it Hyper-V, or I can as well use VMware. Then on the core, I want to use 8 core. On the RAM, I want to use 16 gig RAM. And on the optimized by, I want it to be CPU. And this will say Windows Server 2008 or 2008 out2. I want to turn it off. I want it off because I don't want to use it. I want the latest one. Then I'll click add workload again. This time around, I will still set the workload name to be server. This time around is going to be a Linux server. So I will say Linux VMs. So this one will be Windows VMs. And on the workload is going to be Windows/Linux servers. The environment will be virtual machines, operating system Linux. The number of VMs, I can still make it 50. So if you look at it, 50 here, 50 here, that's 100 virtual machines. The virtualization software is going to be Hyper-V, or okay, in this case, let's make it a VMware. The core is going to be 8 core. The RAM is going to be 16. And every other information will remain the same. Now let's say I intend to now configure for storage too. So I'll click add storage, and for the name I will call it server storage, and on the storage side is going to be local disk/SAN. On the disk AGD, you can also select SSD if you want that. The capacity will be, let's say, 60 terabytes. You can also take it to gigabyte if you want. Backup, the backup, let's say, is 120 what terabytes. And I'm not going to set anything for the archive. If you scroll down, you see networking, and in the networking, for the outbound bandwidth, I can set it to I will set it to 15. That's a 15 terabytes. That's the only thing I intend to configure there. Then I will click next. So this area is called adjust assumption. So the only thing I want to check here, or the only thing I want to change here, is to convert this to euro, and I'll scroll down again and I'll click here next, and it's now on the report. Now let's now review the results now. From the report, it said over 5 years with Microsoft Azure, your estimated cost saving could be as much as €625,835. That is what you can save compared to if you run it in the on-prem over 5 years. How many servers? 100, 50 for Linux, 50 for Windows. We also have storage, we also have a network as well. So you can see, so it's trying to show you that, see, you can save as much as this. If I want it for 1 year time frame, the report is also giving me, it said over 1 year with Microsoft Azure, your estimated cost savings could be this. Over 3 years, it could be this, and over 4 years, it could be this, and over 5 years, it could be what? It could be this. But this just will show you what can happen. And if you scroll down, look at it, it's even giving you the diagram. It's giving you the diagram. Look at it, this is your on-prem. It's going up, it's just going up for that period. And look at your Microsoft Azure costs. It's not going that up. So this is what we call total cost of what? Of ownership. And how does it arrive at that saving? Remember, for 5 years, this is what your on-prem will cost you: €1,747,190. While if you run it in Azure, it will cost you what? $1,121,355. And if you minus this from this, you give you that estimate that we saw here. That is what you can save. So you can see the beauty. You even went ahead to break it down. How did they arrive at 1,747,190? Where is it? You break it down into hardware. Look at the hardware. What the hardware will cost you. Look at it. Is in the chart. The software, electricity, data center, networking, storage, IT labor, all of these are what accumulated to this figure, 1,747,190 over the period of 5 years. But if you look at the Azure, we only have compute, no hardware, but we have for compute, data center. Do you see anything on data center? No. Do you see anything like black here? No, nothing like black here. Data center is gone. We only have for what? Compute, which is this. no data center, networking, this is for the networking, storage, and what? IT labor. So, and this is the reason why you are able to save so much. And if you look at the data center cost that is here, is completely gone here. So, and as you can see, this is a very good thing, not so? And if you scroll down again, it's going to give you more breakdown on how it arrived. Like in compute, for the on-prem, it's telling you this the figure, and these are the things it calculated to arrive at that. The data center will cost you this, and so on. And look at here, you break it down, telling you, and it's telling you now that this is what I have. You can see, this is it. So I can go ahead now to do what? To download this. I can download this now, and I can save it. I can print this as what? As a PDF. You know, I can use this to also print it. Or I can even send it to printer directly and present it directly to the management. So what we have achieved here is that we have used the TCO calculator to generate a cost comparison report for an on-premises environment.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing to this channel. Please, let me know what you think in the comment section. And do not forget to leave a like and share this video. See you in the next one.